Magandang hapon, teammates. Nagpapatuloy ang balitaan at kwentuhan natin tungkol sa mundo ng sports. Ako po si Bex Joson at ako ang makakasama niyo sa susunod na kalahating oras dito sa inyong favorite sports tambayan, ang PTV Sports. Sa first half ng ating kwentuhang sports, nakapanayam ni teammate Dennis Principe ang first overall pick ng nakalipas sa PBA Rookie Draft. Yan si Joshua Munzon ng Terrafirma Jeep at siya ang featured athlete natin ngayong hapon dito sa Sports Chat.
65 na bagong players ang natawag at napili sa nakalipas na PBA Rookie Draft at doon sa 65 na yon ay maswerte po tayo because the first overall pick ang makakasama po natin this afternoon dito po sa ating Sports Chat. I'd like to say good afternoon and welcome to PTV Sports, Joshua Munzon of Terrafirma Jeep. Hello, Joshua.
Hello. What's up, Dennis?
All right, Josh, first of all, I would like to know how does it feel being the first overall pick. Actually, I don't know if we can consider this as a history in the PBA because you're the first pick overall in a virtual rookie draft.
It's definitely exciting. Even though it was virtual, and it's a lot going on right now as far as the pandemic and everything. But it was still exciting. To go number one and ultimately become a part of the PBA. It was always been a big goal of mine, and I'm happy that it's coming to fruition.
So where were you when that was happening? Were you at home, in an office, or?
No, I was here at home, here at my place here in Pasig. So just had everybody, I had my family on FaceTime, and then I had the drive virtually on my computer. So I had both things going at one time, and it ended up being I think the event went well.
Yeah, Josh, I've been into countless rookie drafts in the past, and in talking with players and looking at them, a lot of them, they feel uneasy, they feel, not much relaxed, or they're trying to be relaxed, but you're at home. Do you feel the same? Do you feel some were there tense moments, a few minutes before the draft went on?
Definitely. I mean, you never know when your name's going to be called. You hear the mock drafts, and people might say you may go early, or you may be the number one pick, but nothing was 100%. So I still was just as nervous as everybody. Waiting for my name to be called, and that moment was definitely a dream come true.
Yes, but was there any inkling, in knowing that probably the night before you slept, or the morning of the draft, that you'd be picked by Terrafirma?
Well, I mean, I had to work out for them, and I had talked to management, and from the likes of things, everything was positive. So, I was hopeful that they would pick me, and the way things played out, they did. So, I didn't know for sure. I was just as sitting on my seat guessing like everybody else, but ultimately, everything worked out.
Okay. Now, Joshua, what's your nickname, by the way? Do they call you Joshua, Josh, J, JM?
I mean, I guess people call me Josh. A lot of people call me by my last name, Munzon. So I mean, it either of the two works for me. I don't have any complaints.
How about in your family? Within your family?
Just Josh. A lot of my family's call me Josh. My mom, if she's mad, she'll call me Joshua. So, maybe my mom will call me Joshua.
Okay. So all right. Okay. So again, going back to the draft, there was no crowd, no pageantry whatsoever. Don't you feel, kind of incomplete as far as you being a rookie draft? You not experiencing the atmosphere of a real rookie draft.
Not so really. For me, I had a lot of my family on FaceTime. I had a FaceTime call going about 20 of my family members back in the States. So, they were right there with me. And, I had things would have been normal and it had been a regular job. I might not have had my family to be there on FaceTime with me. So, I mean, the opportunity actually presented itself to, share that moment with them because they were there virtually with me. You could say that during the draft. So, you know, it wasn't all too bad being able to have them right there by my side.
And how's this for your family? And the journey, your own journey towards becoming a professional basketball player. Now that you're officially a part of the PBA, how was it for the family?
Definitely, everybody's definitely proud of me. Definitely excited. I playing my 2 years in the ABL and then playing 2 years of 3x3, and then finally putting my name in the draft. All the experience that I've gained. Playing on the Asians, the Southeast Asian circuit. I think it just built everything up to this point, and my family was just super proud, and everybody was happy for me, and we're all excited for this journey that we're going to go on together.
Mm-hmm. Was it something that was your plan from day one of being aware of how sports play a role with kids? Meaning, did you ever try any other sport when you were young?
Growing up, I always played basketball, but another passion of mine was bowling. I've started bowling at a very young age. My family is, full of bowlers, and I'm pretty good at bowling. Actually, I bowled 300 when I was about 13. So that's something that's a lot of people may not know about me, that I'm a pretty good bowler, and ultimately choosing basketball, that became my passion. That woke me up every day, drive me, push me to become better on and off the court, and that's where my love is.
So I hope you won't bowl the basketball when you go for a fast break. You do it the lob,
Well, maybe one of those, spin passes. Might have to throw one of them out there.
Yeah, because normally
Curve the
they do
ball a
that,
little bit.
for the time not to run, to start, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us briefly about your background as a Filipino, your roots, so to speak?
Yeah, my family, from here is from in Pampanga, and when they were younger, they ended up coming over to the States, and for me, I spent majority of my time in the States until I decided to play in the ABL, and that was my first time actually, leaving the States, and I was presented the opportunity to play in Vietnam. That was actually the first place, but playing in the ABL, you got to play in all the Southeast Asian countries, and that was my first time actually getting to play in the Philippines. And it's nothing like your first time playing in the Philippines, playing in front of Philippines fans, and the passion of the game, and there's no better fans in Asia, I'd say, other than the Philippines. So getting that exposure, having my first game playing over here, it was definitely a great experience, and made me want to stay over here and play in front of the Filipino fans.
Mm-hmm. Is your father the one who's got Filipino roots, or is it your mother, or
my dad is Filipino. Yeah.
Okay.
My father's Filipino.
Okay. All right. And where in the States did you
Los
grow up?
Angeles. I
LA.
grew up
Oh,
in
lots of
LA.
Filipinos.
Yeah, a lot of Filipinos in LA. Definitely a Filipino culture there in LA.
Okay.
Definitely.
At what part of your young life did you realize that this is the career, the profession, or the life that you would like to have, a basketball player?
Growing up in LA, watching the Lakers, watching Kobe, watching, Shaq, I feel like everybody dreamed of playing professional basketball, whether it's in the NBA or in the PBA or anywhere. I feel like everybody had that. A lot of kids have that dream of playing professional. So, it's always been a passion of mine and always been something I've always wanted to do. So, it's, like I said, it's just a blessing, and I'm grateful that the opportunity presented itself, and I've been able to achieve everything that I've set out for so far.
And Josh, how familiar are you with the PBA? Were you a fan before? Did you get to watch, or do you regularly watch, or who told you about the league?
Yeah, well, my exposure to the PBA came when I started playing in the ABL. Then once I got in the ABL, playing in the Philippines, I heard about the PBA, and then from there on, I'd say about 2016 was when I, started familiarizing myself with, the league and everybody and its players, and from then on, I always wanted to come play in the PBA. So I think it was definitely an eye opener. Having my first job professionally play in the ABL, and then come over here, and get that exposure, and ultimately, put myself in position to become a part of the league.
And how often did you watch the league back then?
I caught the games when I could. I wasn't too familiar with the schedule and everything, but when I got the chance, the opportunity to check out some games, and it was definitely exciting to watch. Definitely with the fans and the Filipino style of play. Definitely good entertainment, and definitely could see myself being a part of the league when I started first watching those games.
Okay, two questions, Josh. What was the most exciting team to watch when you were looking at the PBA? And second one, the most exciting player for you back then?
That might be a tough question because at the time I wasn't too familiar with the whole league,
Okay.
So you can only know the top team. You only really know the top teams, and right now coming over here, you hear about Hinebra's fan base and how they have a big fan base, and so that was one of the first teams that I actually got to watch, and then even watching them, I feel like Marcus Brownlee was on top at that time. He hit a crazy shot to win a championship actually around that time. So I think that was definitely exciting to watch, and made me just fall in love more with wanting to play here.
Yeah. Was there a game before, Josh, or probably a player you watched, which made you realize that, hey, I think I can succeed in this league, or I can play in this league?
I mean, just I always felt that I could play in this league. Just coming from the
Mm,
ABL, playing against guys who had previously played in the PBA, and just going to matching myself up against those guys, and even in 3x3, matching up against guys who played in the PBA. I'm always confident in myself and my abilities, and whether it's here or anywhere. So I'm confident in myself. I was going to be able to play in this league. So you know.
Okay. Now that you're with Terrafirma, Josh, have you talked with your coach post draft? And because now you can finally um, do some plans, for the team, for
Yeah.
you individually. But at what point of your discussions have you reached as of now?
I've had a lot of conversations with the coaching staff, management, and my teammates over there. We're all, have a positive outlook, and we're all ready to get after it. And when we get the chance to, build that chemistry and work towards, winning ball games, and just becoming, a positive influence on the team and on the coaching staff, and everybody on and off the court. So, it's going to take some time, especially with the pandemic going on, us actually getting together as a group and building that. But it definitely was a first step in the right direction. Talking to the coach and establishing that bond with all those my new Terrafirma family.
And have you practiced with them? Have you done any practice sessions?
Yeah, I actually have. We have the five man groups we're allowed to do. So I've been able to work out with the squad all week, and we actually had practice this morning. So I mean, we're doing as much as we can, with the limitations and everything. So I mean, I'm definitely involved with the team, and we're ready when the time comes to get after it and build those bonds and hopefully win some ball games.
And Josh, what makes you feel welcome with the team? Anything that they're doing makes you feel relaxed,
Uh, I think everything everything going in. Everybody was happy to have me a part of the team. I didn't nobody there weren't anybody who didn't want to welcome me in. It was definitely everybody from Rose to Roosevelt Adams to Rashawn McCartney, the coach, the management, from everybody was very welcoming to me, and I'm glad to be a part of the family.
And have you made friends with some of them, or is there anyone
Oh
that you
yeah,
feel close?
Right now, me and Roosevelt actually played against each other in 3x3, and from that point on, we developed a cool bond, and we always wanted to play with each other, and we're happy the opportunity presents itself, and we're gonna get to go out there and play together, hopefully become a 1-2 punch out there for for Terrafirma. So.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. Josh, I'm sure most likely you saw this, you heard this, you read this. The memes, of you probably once you reach your potentials, you may end up with another team. I see memes, you wearing the San Miguel jersey, Nebra jersey, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
When you get to see that, how do you feel about it?
It's nothing I can focus on. It's that's basically for the fans. For me, I all I can focus on is today and my opportunity that's in front of me. And right now, I'm on terra firma, and I'm ready to get together with these guys and work as hard as I can to win ball games with these guys. And
Mhm,
that's this right now is that's all I can focus on is what's in front of me.
mhm.
If the time comes and I'm not focused on that at all. I'd say I'm
Okay.
focused on right now, focused on terra firma and winning ball games
All right. And
with terra
Josh,
firma.
yeah, for the most part, uh, at least in the Philippines, you're known as a 3x3 personality. You played in the ABL before, but people started talking about you because of your exploits as a 3x3 player. But my question is, how will that experience prepare you for the league?
I spent 2 years playing 3x3 here in the Philippines, and I think that actually, it prepared me a lot. I got to play Filipino basketball here in the Philippines for 2 years, familiarize myself with the physicality of the game, the way guys play, the way guys are, gonna go at me, and I think it prepared me for the PBA overall because a lot of the guys I played against in 3x3 actually played in the PBA before, so getting that experience under my belt and living here for 2 years before actually entering the PBA, I think just prepared me overall for my journey and my hopefully long stay here in the Philippines.
Okay, and Josh, before we end, do you have any preferred moniker in mind once you
I
Was there
don't.
any
Yeah,
moniker before that they called you that you liked?
I mean, in 3x3, they called me the Night King. That was one. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know how they came up with that, but I thought that wasn't the worst name that they could have gave me. So I mean, so that
Okay,
was cool. I mean, if another nickname comes, I feel like
okay.
I welcome it. The game to speak for itself. So.
So you prefer not to hear that again? Okay.
Oh no, I mean
Okay.
it's up to the fans. I feel
Maybe
like whatever.
cooler moniker.
Yeah, well, whatever happens, I'll roll with it. Hopefully, my good player, create some good monikers and not not any bad ones. So,
Okay. All right. Josh, thank you very much for joining us. We congratulate you and we wish you all the best once you get to play ball in the PBA.
oh yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for having me.
At yan, teammates, ang top pick overall ng katatapos na PBA Rookie Draft now in its 46th season, si Joshua Munzon ng Terrafirma Jeep. Ako po si Dennis Principe at yan, teammates, ang ating Sports Chat.
Nangangalahati pa lang tayo sa kwentuhang sports natin ngayong hapon, teammates. Kaya wala pa rin maglilipat dahil magbabalik pa ang PTV Sports.